I've seen very few people excited for this Mandalorian and Grogu movie that's coming up in the spring, but I'm really hyped for it, and I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why you should be too. First up, we've got something that a lot of people are seeing as a con in this movie, actually, and that is the return to season 1 in feel, in tone, and in character. Yes, it may seem like we're undoing a lot of the Mandalorian's arc across all 3 seasons of the show and the half season that's included in the Book of Boba Fett, but at the same time, we're also returning to what was peak Star Wars. In 2019, when The Mandalorian came out, nobody was saying that this was bad. Nobody was saying that this wasn't Star Wars. In fact, a lot of people believe that The Mandalorian is one of the best things to come out of Disney since they took over the franchise. But those are the same people who are saying that this return to the tone and idea and character of season 1 is not warranted. These are the same people that are saying nowadays that we don't need Mandalorian again. Well, I disagree. Mandalorian season 1 and 2 were both peak Star Wars. They are exactly what we want from Star Wars. And yes, it may be strange that the Razor Crest has returned seemingly unscathed. Yes, it may be a little jarring to some viewers that Grogu returned in between seasons. But this show was never meant to be a giant, incredible, overarching story. This show was meant to be Star Wars' serialized show. Every show was just supposed to be a short little adventure featuring Mandalorian and Grogu, but it ballooned into something more. I think this movie is a return to the roots of The Mandalorian, and in fact, what made The Mandalorian great in the first place. The second reason I'm excited for this new movie is that it seems more like a return to the original trilogy, at least in some of the fun ways. Mainly the wackiness of the characters. I mean, we're getting another character who is the same species as Babu Frick, who is a hilarious character, by the way, and just a fun all-around person to have on the screen. Obviously, this isn't Babu Frick, but it's a similar character, and that'll be funny. The first time I watched the trailer, I didn't think that the line, "Good shot, baby," was that funny, but every time I've seen it since, it's just been funnier and funnier, and I've enjoyed it more and more. Good shot, baby. And the second thing about this is, in fact, Rada the Hutt, who, of course, voiced by Jeremy Allen White, and also is a jacked Hutt. Who hasn't wanted that, to be honest? You didn't know you wanted it, but you did. Trust me, I did. Deep in my heart, I didn't know I wanted it, but it's something I knew I needed. And the third reason I'm so excited for this Mandalorian and Grogu movie is that it's going to be the first time that I've been able to watch a Star Wars movie in the theaters. Look, it's been 6 years since the last film from Star Wars came out on the big screen, and there have been a lot of people who have matured and grown into themselves in those past 6 years. There's been a lot of great Star Wars in those 6 years, but none of it has been a film, and none of it has been in a theater. I think people want Star Wars in theaters. Just take a look at the recent Revenge of the Sith re-release. It made $40 million. It topped the box office on the weekend that it came out. That's not easy to do, especially for a re-release of a movie that came out in 2005. Guys, that was before I was born. I was too young to watch the sequel trilogy in the theaters, but now I'm old enough to enjoy my favorite franchise in one of my favorite places, the movie theater. So those are the 3 reasons that I am so excited for this Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and I hope you are too. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. I've been Judah Eyler from TrueView Radio. Farewell, friends.